congratulations on the film. My name is Manny. I'm with the hashtag show. Could not stop watching it. I thought it was very, very well done. So congratulations on that. Each of your characters were wonderful. So let's start with Laura with Diana because I really felt like she had quite the evolution from where we met her to where we end. And I know we don't want to get into spoilers, but tell me about developing Diana, Laura.
It was such a beautiful character to portray, and I think in the beginning, Diana, is
Diana, yeah, I guess.
is Diana. um, she's so innocent, and then like she goes through a lot, and then she just lose that innocence. And I think for me, it was one of the most uh, really important points because is what happened in life, right? So for me to focus on that, and it's so important to like, I don't know how to explain, but like when you lose innocence, it's really hard to get back to it,
You
and
never.
you never do. And find that balance in order to tell the story was yeah, was one of the most challenging things in terms
Well,
of
it
acting.
was it was wonderful to watch on screen. And Alberto, I really found your character very interesting just because he's made some poor choices and that's why he finds himself where he is. How important was it to you to showcase a character like that? Because there's so many people like that out in the world who, because of some of their poor choices, they need to go down this path despite the fact of the love they may have for their family, the love they may have for themselves. How was that for you?
It was a gift. It was a gift being able to, make the characters so complex that you would otherwise think that this is a very simple guy. He does this for a living and he has a gambling problem and that's it. And if you dig a little deeper into that, that's where you find the meaty stuff of the character, and that's where you find, the things that they don't usually go together, the things that he does with the things that he feels about his family. And that, the whole complexity of it, that's what makes it interesting to work with, and, being able not to judge your character and just
Yeah.
flow with it and enjoy the ride with him. He obviously lost his innocence a long time ago. Yeah. So that was out of the question. And it was a whole different journey for him. He was trying to be able to be comfortable in the middle of, all this madness that this guy creates in his life. It was very entertaining to me.
And speaking of choices, Alejandro for Juan, I found it really interesting that I kept thinking to myself, what would happen if he was in a different situation as far as his family? Because I feel like some of the choices you made are based off of what you've seen your siblings do. Because seemingly you had the best potential, I thought, going forward. You had the dream of having the girl and even going away. Um, can you tell me a little bit about your character as far as that? Like, did you ever think of while developing him that maybe he's put into that situation just based on who his family was, or do you think he also just wanted that fundamentally?
That's a big question.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big
Good luck with
question.
that one.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Um, well, talking about my character, I think Juan is always fighting uh, against two opposing forces, right? On one hand, is he's a guy who is doing something illegal, and it talks about Latin America, no? And on the other hand, he's a guy who really believes in love, who really believes in a better world. And that contrast is what is interesting about my character for me, you know? I don't know, it's a character who really believes in family, and at some point, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but um, he discovers some things that are so hard for him. For example, with Ulysses, who was like his father figure, right? It is so hard for him, and it was for me. It was about life. Sometimes Alberto is gonna understand that, but and obviously you sometimes you feel that parents always have the right answer, you know, and
No, I don't have daddy issues.
no,
I
but
have
just
that
kidding.
issues.
when you discover that, when you discover that, it's so hard. It's so hard because they they are human being, right? And sometimes they do mistakes, and for Juan, when he discovered that in Ulises, it's a huge thing, right? And I don't know, the question was so big.
I actually have something to say about that because yesterday was the second time that I saw the movie, and it was the first time that I realized that even though the first time that I saw it, I thought Diana's character was like this metaphor for innocence. She is the light that guides through the movie and that shows us this world. But Juan is actually the character that he stays in that innocence.
Hmm.
I can't tell you why. That would be a spoiler, but he's really true to the innocence that he is from the beginning. And it's actually quite beautiful to see a young boy that age in a character, within that context,
Yeah,
that world, actually be, the representation of innocence.
He has that sparkle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
think
so
I'm
much
right
for a
for yesterday.
few minutes to chat with you. I love the movie, so congratulations. I hope everybody
Thank
else
you.
gets to see it, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. You
Thank
too,
you.
man.
Thank you.